All right, in this video, we take our first steps into an ever so important concept in algebra called factoring. So in this video, we're going to do a brief introduction to factoring. In previous videos, we learned how to multiply one polynomial by another polynomial. And we used what we called the FOIL method to do that. Or we used the distributive property. So when we multiplied one polynomial by another, we used the distributive property, or we used the FOIL property. So for example, I would give you something that looked like this. 2 times the binomial 3x plus 4. And if we wanted to do that multiplication, we would multiply the 2 by the 3x, and we would multiply the 2 by the 4, and we would get the polynomial 6x plus 8. And of course, that's the process of polynomial multiplication. Well, what if I gave you the 6x plus 8 and I said, now find the polynomial multiplication that gave us that 6x plus 8? In other words, I'll give you the 6x plus 8 and I need you to find this. So in other words, factoring is the exact opposite process of multiplying polynomials. Let's look at another example down here. Here I've got the binomial 2x plus 3 times the binomial x minus 7. And before I was asking you to multiply those two binomials. And of course we know that we would use distribution, or in this case double distribution, or the FOIL method to multiply those two binomials. And when we FOILed those two binomials, we would have come up with this polynomial, 2x squared minus 11x minus 21. Well, in the process of factoring, I'm going to give you the already FOILed polynomial, 2x squared minus 11x minus 21, and I'm going to ask you to find the FOIL that created that. So again, factoring is the exact opposite process of multiplying polynomials. Another way to say it is that the process of factoring is the process of finding a FOIL, or finding the FOIL. So you may be asking yourself, well, why is it so important that we're able to find a FOIL? Or why is it so important that we're able to factor proficiently? Factoring is probably the most single powerful tool that you will use in your math studies. From now until you take Math 112 Pre-Calculus Algebra, or Pre-Calculus Trigonometry, and even in calculus and beyond, factoring is used as an essential tool in each of those disciplines. Factoring, as a matter of fact, later on in this class will help us simplify rational expressions. Factoring is useful in helping us solve quadratic equations and higher order polynomial equations. Factoring helps us to find x-intercepts of polynomial functions. Factoring helps us to solve trigonometric equations in trig class. And factoring even helps us to be able to differentiate functions in calculus. So factoring is a very important tool, and I urge you to really become experts in factoring. So over the course of the next several videos, we're going to cover several different techniques that we can use to factor different types of polynomials, or find the FOIL of different types of polynomials. And if you master these different techniques, then you'll be able to factor almost any polynomial that I throw at you.